Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. And help me welcome David from Tarot by the Bay, Tarot of the Seven Seas, and Twin Tarot.
Yeah, actually, Tarot of the Seven Seas went bye-bye yesterday. It's like I haven't really posted up anything on it in the last few months, and it's just like, okay, that was fun delving into that, but it's just the amount of time that I have just basically Twin Tarot. It's just like, oh god,
Yes.
it's work. So Tarot of the Seven Seas went bye-bye.
Aw. Well, there you go. So you got two. You still got two. So yeah, Gary is he let me know that he would not be joining us. So I imagine he's probably spending time with the family, with the wife, with friends, all that good stuff. And I mean, it's his choice, clearly, but I'm a little miffed.
Yeah, he told me, he's like, oh, I told Marina that I wasn't going to make it because we had family coming up. I said, you didn't tell her that. You just told her you weren't going to make it. You didn't say why. He's like, oh, that's because that's true.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay. It just gives me an opportunity to needle him a little bit the next time that I see him. That's
sure. As well you should.
Yes. Yeah. So hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Hello, Sherry, Voices from the Swamp, Annie Hamlet, Artist Liz, Brian Evanoff, Rhapsody and Rainbow. Hello, Amber. And who else do we have? Connie D, Angel Rivera, Kiwi Nana, Mary, Froxy Roxy, Norm Gilbert, Mimi Nee, Moonstone Girl, Jamie is Optimistic, Mary Epperson, Norm Gilbert, Kathleen Bourgeois, Becky Stone, Leanna, Moonstone Girl, and yeah, so for those of you, Tea Garden, hello Tea Garden. So thank you for spending part of your New Year's Eve here with us. Hopefully you'll have a good time. We won't disappoint. And I will remind everyone to please, if you are not already subscribed, please do the share, like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you're subscribed to David's channel. I look forward to each and every one of his videos, whether it's Tarot by the Bay or Twin Tarot, because they're always so much fun and so entertaining and so full of information.
So, did you try that?
Yes. Yeah. And also, while you're doing that, double check on both channels to make sure that you are subscribed. YouTube is doing their thing again, where they
are they unsubscribing people from channels?
Yes.
Doing their purge.
Yeah. I wish I knew what they used as an algorithm. So to avoid it, but yeah. No, I don't think there is anything to it. So, and Moonstone Girl is trying to get us a link because she had some information that she shared earlier before we even started the show, and we couldn't find. We couldn't find any information on any of the sources we normally check. So asked her to provide the link, and she said it's a little long. So hopefully, she'll be able to share that with us.
Because and the information she was going to share it sounds amazing, almost too good to be true. Which is like, okay, before we start celebrating too much, let's go ahead and look at the sources for the information, because the last thing we want to do is spread misinformation. So you should always double check the information that you see. If for no other reason, the folks on the other side of the political spectrum, they read titles or they hear things and then they just take it as canon. And we tease them to say that they don't use their critical thinking skills. So if we're going to be better than that, then we have to use ours. That's
Exactly.
all. And it
Exactly.
doesn't take much. And it's literally like if and when the link comes up. Thank you, Angel, for resubscribing.
Yes.
If we do get the link, then you check to see what's the news source. If it's
Yes.
something you've never heard before, you can go to News Bias All Bias. There's websites that'll look for you and tell you how factual that website is, or if it's left leaning or right leaning, and you can take information like sometimes when I go to stuff that's really left leaning. Gary and I will both say, no, take this with a grain of salt. We got it from a very far. Oh, Reuters. Now Reuters is amazing. That's an amazing source.
Okay.
If it's if it's something from MSNBC or something, or even
Yeah.
something further left, or Salon or something, I'll say, okay, this is from a really far left-leaning source, so take it with a grain of salt,
Yes.
because they're going to slant it the way they want it. Oh, and
Yeah.
Sterling posted it too.
Sterling
Even
posted
better.
All righty. Well then, you know what? Yeah, that maybe that is something that that we can that we can look into. And that was I think I think what she's talking about is here. And it says Eric Garland. I'm sure she meant Merrick Garland. Just said that they put traps in place 8 years ago. So, you know, that would be very, very interesting if they did. Um, yeah,
And
and
I can't see. There's nothing in Reuters. I'm looking up Merrick Garland and Reuters, and the most recent stories are April, June of 2024. I'm not seeing anything that's recent with them. So, again, if
okay.
you got a link for it, fantastic. But right now, I really can't confirm anything.
Oh, wait a minute. No, she says no, Eric. It is Eric. Okay,
Eric Garland. Okay.
Eric Garland.
Okay, let's see who's Eric Garland.
Yes.
ERIC.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, nope, it's still Eric Garland of X. Oh, here we go. Eric Garland on X. Who the heck is Eric Garland? And why should we believe anything he says? Germany accuses Elon Musk of foreign interference from Reuters.com. Let's go to
Oh,
Reuters.com. Germany accuses Elon Musk of trying to influence the election. Okay, that's one of them.
wow.
Faux show. And they're saying that he's riled German politicians with the support of the AfD. He says only the AfD can save Germany. And
Hmm.
yeah, okay.
Well
Well,
then.
I'll have to do some. Sorry, I'm distracted. I'll have to do more searching on the Eric Gar. I don't know who that is, or why why we should be listening to him. I mean, he could be as well informed as I am.
But you know
He's-
what, Moonstone? We will absolutely look into that, and I'm sure that David is going to do his homework. And yeah, check for a video later on Tarot by the Bay. I think he'll probably do a reading on it. But we can we can we check really quickly and just see, is there any truth? Oh, well, oddly enough, I had the 9 of Cups that fell out of the deck. So wow. Wow. Interesting.
But the part that I would be confused on is they said they put traps 8 years ago. Well, unless it was Barack Obama who put it in. I mean, because Trump was the president starting in 2025. So it would be stuff they'd have to put in before Trump was ever president of the United States. Which seems
Yeah.
a little, no offense, seems sketchy that you're setting time bombs for an incoming president. But then again, Trump was a total wild card here. If I had to pull one card on this one, let's see what I get. Da-da-da. Queen of Swords. So, yeah, but sure, that's not real nice. but it's practical.
Absolutely.
If the incoming president's on the up and up, then no problems will come up. No problems will come up. But if they're not on the up and up, it's going to show. I'm willing to believe it.
Mm-hmm.
I am absolutely willing to believe it.
Yeah, it. You know what? In a way, yes, it would absolutely make sense because I mean, we knew coming in that the guy was, full of BS,
Yeah,
right?
and
So
and you
yeah,
know, and I'm sure U.S. intelligence knew that Russia had their clutches in on him. I mean, Hillary Clinton was basically saying as much during the campaign. So, I mean,
mhm,
if she's saying it, you got to know that all the intelligence agencies know exactly who this guy is and who he's in contact with. Even his own sons were saying that, we don't need other customers. We got Russia money from Russia, Russia, Russia,
exactly.
Russia, and that was years before, a few years before he ran. So they knew that Russia was in with him.
Yes,
So yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it even a little bit. In fact, it would be prudent
yes.
to do
Yeah.
something like that.
Okay. And Jamie's optimistic says he is an intelligence analyst.
Okay.
All righty. Very
That's
nice.
exactly what you would want to do. And certainly Linda G talks about how um, uh, stories that she's read, and I don't know where the stories originated from, but stories that she's read that a number of U.S. Uh, moles, if you will, started dying throughout
Yes.
the world, like almost as if somebody was sharing, outing them, and then they were being offed.
Yes.
I wonder who that
Yeah.
would. Wonder who would do that.
Yeah. 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 Exactly. It's that, those those crazy glaziers who just can't seem to install a window properly.
Yeah.
Uh, but thank you, Moonstone. Definitely going to, definitely going to look into that. And yeah, the search for sanctions, Iran and Russia. I think that there was something on there, so I think so. Anyway, thank you, all of you, for being here. So I thought
Mhm.
Um, I thought that one of the things that we might look at is we're very quickly coming up on January 3rd. And
Yes, we are this Friday.
uh-huh, yeah. Thank you, Ginger. And I would like to know what Moses Mike is doing on January 4th. What's he doing the day after January 3rd?
Ten of Cups just celebrating it. Let's see. Uh, what? Yeah, January, the day after January 3rd. How's Mike Johnson, the current U.S. House Speaker, feeling? We can just do a 4 card. Oh crap! Oh dear. If you're looking for a nice smooth transition, this ain't it. Argy bargy.
Uh-huh.
Working on deals in the background. Knight of Cups coming up with an offer. Welcoming. I'm telling you, they're going to show him. It's like there's show. He's going to try. He's not going to get in. Not going to get in on Friday, and then they're going to be working, trying to calm things down and find a new candidate to bring in there. I think they're going to show him the door.
Mm-hmm.
Every reading I've got on this, and again, take it with a grain of salt. That's the energy today. But I've read on this thing like 4 or 5 times now. Every time I get like the Eight of Cups or the Six of Swords, I'm starting to get the Hermit card now. I don't think the Hermit card saying that he's going to shine the light and lead the way for the GOP. I think they're showing him the door. The
Yes.
writing's on the wall.
Yes. It's funny. I get the King of Swords.
Oh,
The you can't hide the behind the well, you can't hide the truth, and the truth is that you're not very well liked. People have seen his flip flop. They have seen basically how he operates, and he's willing to do whatever to stay in that position. I think financially it's been good for him with the Queen of Pentacles, but it's yeah, I temperance. There's people are weighing their options, and they're not about to they're no, I don't think so. I think that, yeah, Six of Pentacles. This is the giving and receiving aid, and he's working behind the scenes. He's doing everything he can to hang on to that position, but I don't think so.
It's for the Republicans, it's kind of like shooting yourself in the foot.
Hmm.
When you've got such a narrow majority, I mean, it's 220 to 215 in the House. Matt
Yes,
Gaetz has resigned his position, so it's only 219 to 215.
yes,
And you need the 200, basically 218 votes to get you over the 50% mark.
yes.
And, they have 219. So if they lose one person, that most they get is 218. If they lose two, they're done.
That's
And
it.
Thomas Massey has flat out said he's not voting for that. So anybody else who doesn't support Mike Johnson kills the Mike Johnson nomination. Now, I think with those negotiations, they're going to offer the few people that are saying no to Mike Johnson, they'll offer him the sun and the moon and the stars.
Yes,
And I can imagine Musk and Trump will do that because for them, the goal is January 20th. If you can get Trump into the White House, then they're home free, so to speak.
yes,
If there's election interference, and I think uh, there seems to be a lot of information that would imply that there is,
yes,
then it doesn't matter by January 20th when he gets in. He will do everything he can to thwart any investigations into it. He'll do presidential decrees, so on and so forth, pardons and things along those lines. And Trump won't live 4 years,
no,
basically. He won't live 4 years.
no,
So, or at least he won't be in any type of condition 4 years from now that he could possibly be incarcerated for anything that he's done. He could be committed, but I doubt he would be incarcerated.
hmm,
Elon, on the other hand,
yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, it's really funny because a number of us have said for a good while that we see Hakeem Jeffries. And I thought that he would have already been in there by now, but it's entirely possible that it's um, maybe they don't get anywhere, and it has to go to Hakeem Jeffries because if yeah, Johnson he's got support from Trump and Elon and what they have already kind of muddied the waters because they have already said that Mike is ineffective. He didn't get the budget that they wanted through, but now they support him. Come on now.
yeah, I really think that they're just trying to prevent.
Stop
There's
the
multiple
bleeding.
things. Yeah, there's multiple things that will delay the inauguration, and this is the first one. So they are doing everything they can to get that through.
Yes. Yeah, but there's several people. I'm thinking like I think MTG is very much against Johnson,
Oh
and
God, she's had her knife sharpened for him for like a year, and Trump keeps calling her off. I think in a video I did, maybe with Gary, I described her. It's like she's like the dog on the other side of the fence of the mailman. That dog wants to shred that mailman. The owner keeps telling him, "No, leave it, leave it, leave it." But at some point, the mailman's fair game. Sorry to
yes,
all the mailmen out there.
yes, no, I get it. I get it absolutely, and yeah. And Moonstone Girl, don't worry about it. Sometimes if the link is too long, or they'll um, they'll only allow certain things, but that's okay. We know that there's links. We know we can find them, so we will definitely. Um,
Or you can email Marina at Heart Center Tarot. What's your email? Because you can always there's probably an email on the About Me on your
there
page.
is, but it's heartcenteredtarot@outlook.com. So yeah, by all means, love to take a look at it. Yeah.
And Rose Blue, I did read. I did read about your 82 C10 with the 400 Trans Am engine and the Turbo 400 automatic in it. I didn't miss it. So Shane Gary's not here to see it.
Yes. Yeah. So,
and the other one other question that came up, Ms. Granger, the GOP rep from Texas that had checked into a Alzheimer's basically facility, she did not run for re-election, so her seat was she didn't run for re-election. Her seat, so her seat's being filled by a Republican in her district.
Yeah. Okay.
That person won the election.
Yeah. But I mean, the margin is just so slim that I don't know what it is that they can offer the people who have said no. And I think that that the threat of, well, we're going to primary you if you and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. Yeah, you know what? Maybe somebody's going to grow a pair and say no.
It's possible. I mean, they're such obstinate people sometimes. And again, it's the faction. The faction in question are such fanatics. They never compromise.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
For the evangelicals, by the way, in Moon Girl, I put Marina's email address in the chat.
Oh, thank you.
This and Barry Goldwater Jr. noted this with the evangelicals back in the 80s when the Republicans were implementing their Southern strategy to bring them in. It's like these people think they're doing the Word of God, and how do you compromise on God's will? You don't. That's why they never compromise on anything, and that led to a less popular message, which meant that in order to stay in power, you had to cheat, voter suppression and gerrymandering, and when you gerrymander, you get rid of you make it less competitive so that the Republicans can get in there. And then it's no longer who's the best person from the United States. It's who's the most Republican of the Republicans. And it starts this pissing contest of who could be more god-awful than the last guy, which is why, Matt Gaetz and Marjorie Taylor Greene, they're awful, horrible, horrible. But they win easily in their districts because their districts are so heavily gerrymandered or so red that their biggest fear is somebody's going to primary them who's more extreme than they are. There's no bottom.
Yes, absolutely. Hello to everyone who has just joined us. Thank you for being here. Speaking of deplorable Republicans, reminded me that apparently Ron DeSantis.
Oh God.
You know what I'm going to say next. Yeah. He sent a letter of condolence on Jimmy Carter's passing to Rosalind Carter.
That's very thoughtful of him. That is what people should do. Did he write it on the back of a neo-Nazi flyer, or what did he send it on?
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? But it's like, oh my God, has anyone set him straight yet? Has anyone told him that Rosalind? Yes, Leanne. Rosalind passed away in 2023.
Yeah, she only beat her husband by a year, right?
Yes.
But it was still thoughtful of him to write to her. Maybe if he had a seance, he might have been more effective. But it's the thought that counts.
Mm-hmm. And Connie B said she thought it was Greg Abbott. Whether whether it is Greg Abbott or whether it is DeSantis, I
Oh
heard both.
God, that's still a gaffe.
Yes, that it is. It's beyond ridiculous. Beyond ridiculous. Yeah. So
Let's see if I can find it out real quick here. There was Greg Abbott mistakenly sends condolences to Rosalind Carter. Where'd he go?
woohoo!
Oh God. Well, you know what's unforgivable about that. Greg Abbott should know, but he's got an entire staff of people
Yes.
that are there to catch his mistakes, his gaffes, so that stuff like this doesn't happen.
Yeah. There. Yeah. There should be. There should be. But it's clearly, yeah, somebody wasn't doing their job.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, or I mean, he's such a character that I wouldn't put it past him to do it on purpose. Just well, let's read on that. Did he do it on purpose?
Yeah. What's the energy around Greg
Yeah.
Abbott sending Rosalind Carter a condolence letter when she's been not with us for over a year?
Yes.
Dear
Yeah.
God. Is that on purpose? Was that an accident? What's the energy around that? Five of coins, seven of swords, two of coins.
Oh my goodness.
You know what? Honestly, I think it was an honest mistake. What I'm getting from this is like five of coins, like, oh my God, what the look like, what the hell did I just do? I thought he was doing the bare minimum in sending something to Rosalind Carter, but it's almost like this. It's a self-own. I don't think he did it maliciously. I think he's just a twit. and now it's embarrassing. What he just did was embarrassing to him. And I don't know what the Seven of Swords is. I don't know how do you walk that back? How do you take that back? Because it's just late. It's out there for everyone. Good luck trying to come up with a lie to cover that.
Yes. And it's funny because I got the Seven of Swords as well. I also got the Five of Swords. So, yeah, it probably was. Well, I also got the Knight of Wands. So he thought that this might be a good idea. He didn't check with anyone. He just thought that this is something he's going to do on his own.
Yeah.
And send it out there, and I'm going to look good. But yeah, no, this all about image,
Yeah.
My goodness.
And those cards, as I'm throwing them, also remind me of him kicking immigrants out of his state and shipping them off to other states.
Yes.
It's kind of, to me, when I look at my spread and things are a mistake and it's an embarrassing mistake with that, there's like a connection between him booting people out of his state and dumping them on others with this. And in some ways, it's like he's not embarrassed by his treatment of other people, but he will be embarrassed by this because this is personally embarrassing and somewhat humiliating. And it's almost like, okay, now that you got that feeling, let's apply it to this bigger picture thing that you're doing on. Can you now admit that you made a mistake here so that you can admit you made a mistake here?
Yeah. Oh, no.
It's almost like that spirit's little poke in his ribs with a fork. Like, hey,
Yes.
asshole,
Yes.
hey,
Yes.
wake up. You're not getting God's not giving you your legs back until you become less of a jerk. Sorry.
Yes. Absolutely. But entertainment purposes.
Entertainment purposes only, by the way. He's not getting his legs back. I don't know how he lost his legs. Do you know how he lost his legs? I've
Um,
never looked it up.
no, no, I really don't know. I have no idea if
Yeah,
anyone.
and not that it really matters one way or another, but it's just sort of like um, it's unique to him.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. And yes, Rose Blue, China hacked Treasury Department, and apparently, um, yeah, it happened. I think it was early December. I want to say December 5th. And then they notified whoever it was that they had to notify, and um, they made some changes or isolated what it was by um, the 8th of December. And so, yeah. Oh, Aspasia Rising says a large oak tree fell on his back.
Yeah,
Oh,
I just looked that up. He was out running, and a oak tree cracked and fell on his back, and he's been basically lost the use of his legs from that point on. Interesting.
hmm. Yeah. Huh. Well, well, well. Okay. So the other thing that I thought we would take a look at is, since we're talking about Jimmy Carter, is that his state funeral is. Thank you, Moonstone Girl. I think I got it. I'll definitely look at it. Um, yeah, the state funeral is on January 9th.
That's what I saw.
Yeah. And for 30 days, Biden has ordered all federal buildings, post office, military bases across the world, the whole 9 yards, all of them to, for those 30 days, to fly the flag at half mast.
That's fast.
Now, apparently, Cheeto thinks that there should be an exception made for his inauguration and that the flags should be raised for his.
No, I haven't read that. Did he really say that? He's
Yeah,
so self-absorbed.
I know. I know.
Guess what? It's
Yeah.
not about you.
Yes. Um, and yeah, Buckingham Palace had their flag. Yes, absolutely. Excuse me. And he is. And most of you have heard me say this how many times? He is the bride at every wedding, the decedent at every funeral, the child at every birthday party. It has to be about him
Yep.
all the time.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's.
Was Jimmy Carter being petty when he died? I'm not dying until after December 20th.
Uh-huh. Now, if thank you, Jimmy Carter, wherever you are.
Dear God, I love you. I ask for one petty wish.
Just one itty bitty little thing. Okay, so yeah, is now Biden is going to be apparently going to be at the inauguration because Biden believes in tradition, and he will follow what's expected.
Right.
I don't know that it is going to happen on the 20th the way that Trump is anticipating. So, have you tossed cards on that recently? That there's.
Gary and I both read on that one during a live, and we both got the hanged man on that one. And one of the definitions of a hangman, as pointed out by the studio audience, was delays.
Delay.
Delays. We both got it.
Yeah. Um, I think that that is, yeah, I think that is very, very possible that we, my feeling is that there is something that is coming, and
Mhm.
it's going to be, within, by this time next week we're going to have a lot more information. And I think that once the floodgates open, the information is just, it's going to be ridiculous how quickly it's going to come out. Um, so I don't think that Trump is, he's not going to get the inauguration that he wants. Yeah, this is the emperor, that this is his thing. I want to, I'm in charge, I'm in control. um it's my way or the highway, blah 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 blah. It doesn't really work. Look, Five of Pentacles.
Yeah, that's not a great card. If you're not a great card, it's, it's like a blizzard on your rain
Yes,
on your wedding day.
yes, yeah. So no, um I don't think it's going to happen the way that he wants. And look, Queen of Cups. There's somebody's going to come out with some information that is really going to put his diaper in a twist. Um, and I know that Angela Merkel is no longer. I mean, she's not in the German um, parliament and whatnot. But I'm thinking that she comes in and she's got some information. So you know what? I could be whistling Dixie, but I just keep getting Angela Merkel. So take it for what it is. Yeah. Take it and go.
Yes.
Uh, okay. So Trump apparently posted a picture that was taken of him and Melania in 2018. Um, and it said Christmas 2024.
Oh no! Oh no! Is it a picture they used before too, so it was easily found on the
Yes,
internet?
yes, absolutely. Yeah,
These
it was.
guys, these guys, you hear the term Keystone Cops.
Yes,
That makes, I mean, that's an embarrassment. That's like a magnitude below Keystone Cops. My God.
yes, yeah. It was a picture that was taken of the two of them. Yeah, in 2018, just before Christmas. And it was in the hallway where they usually have the Christmas trees. And yeah, that's where it was. Um, so where um where is Melania? Where is Melania? I think that, you know, this could be yeah,
Mm.
I think we're seeing the end of the Trump marriage. I know it breaks
Yeah,
my
that's
heart as it
done.
does yours.
I thought it was going to end in June of last year.
Hmm.
Oh, God. Okay.
Okay. Where
Melania. Oh, dear God. You get the double card crossed with the five of coins and the
oh,
five argy bargy. Good Lord. A lot of transitions happening in here. She really, really fighting being having to go back to the White House. And she's already
uh-huh.
said that she is not going to be a traditional first lady. As far as
Yes.
she is over her dead body. Is she going back in that White House? That is not happening. She's got her money. She's she's just no. This is I'm not doing it. This is not me. This is that you got me one time on that one. Now I'm waiting for the contracts to come out here. She's got her plans. legally or something like that. There's just no way she's doing it. I would not be surprised if she divorces him.
Mm-hmm.
You got the world card, things coming full circle. Now, is it full circle that she's going back in the White House? You know, Trump can force it. You signed a contract. You said you were going to do it for the money, and you didn't think I was going to win, but hey, stranger things have happened, so I'm going to enforce that contract. But you know what? It's just Trump doesn't need her anymore, and I don't mean that in the horrific way that sounds, but he's all about optics. And I think for the first 4 years, he needed to sort of set himself up as a legitimate president, and he wanted to have all this visual stuff. He can't be reelected after this. Not that he's either he can't be reelected. So either he leaves in 4 years, or he becomes a dictator and refuses to leave. And in either case, you don't need a first lady. All the norms are out the window at that point.
Yes, especially the second time around,
Yeah,
because
exactly.
he's already appealed to his folks about being the family man and blah 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 blah.
Much like his MAGA supporters, he doesn't need MAGA anymore
Yes,
because he will never be reelected. He only needs MAGA. The only reason why he'll keep MAGA around is if he needs another insurrection or riot to prevent his removal from the White House. But his goal is to have the military at that point, and that's way more effective than a bunch of rednecks and gravy seals running around cosplaying as soldiers.
yeah, yeah. I think that she is. Well, I start off with the Knight of Swords. That he definitely wants her to be in there. He's he's it's think about what it will look like if you're not there.
Yeah.
Um, never mind me. People are also going to talk about you. Um, I don't think she's buying it. I think that what she is saying is, yes, initially it was with the Ace of Pentacles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was about the money. I got my money, dude. You ain't got no more money, and if I need it, I can go to your president, Elon Musk, and I could ask him, and I'm sure that he would bankroll me to not be there, right?
Yeah.
She she is
Yeah.
definitely deciding what it is that she's going to do. I think she's going to make a judgment call and say, no, I'm done. I'm tired of worrying about this.
I suspect, should Trump get inaugurated and things aren't delayed and he gets in, she will be there for the inauguration. She will, do the whole gift exchange thing like she did the first time, because he will probably want her for that, so that it's real obvious that she's still the first lady. But after that, it's going to be like her presence on his campaign trail.
Yes.
She will show up to the billionaire's mansion that's in the same city that she's living in, because she can hobnob with billionaires and she doesn't have to travel very far to go to that. It's a minor inconvenience. But yeah, she's not going to be doing tea with the first, with a Macron's wife or something like that. She won't be doing any of that stuff.
No, she doesn't have time for that. She is too busy, and especially now, if Barron is attending university in New York City, well, she has to be very close to where Barron is.
Yes.
He still needs his mama. So, yeah. Um, yeah, it feel okay. All right. Is Melania leaving him? Is Melania going to divorce him in 2025? Just a quick couple cards. Is it yes? Is it no? Oh,
You know,
She's made a plan. Like I got the two of wands. She has put it out there. I get the king of cups. I also get the queen of cups. I think that she has decided, yeah, she's going to look after herself. She's going to keep things on the down low. She wants to be on her own. She wants to
yeah.
be the star of her life. She's had it.
What I'm getting here is, you got you start off with the foundation is the devil card and the page of swords. It's like, you know what? It's almost like you can either have your concubine, because I'm leaving. Emotionally, she's gone. I'm not going to be around. You go do you. I'm not going to be around. If you want me, you're going to pay me. But call, leave a message, type of thing. Will she divorce him? It, it just she's fulfilled all her contracts with him. And I don't know if she wants to do any more contracts, because how much more money do you need? She's in her early 50s. She's not getting any younger. And he is about to embark on another 4 years. And she didn't want to do the first 4 years. She's not going to want to go back and do this again.
No.
He's got his billions of dollars from Truth Social, so he actually has some money to pay up. But that's assuming that he gets that far. If he doesn't get, if he doesn't go to the White House, that's going to be an interesting one, because maybe she does hang around until his heart just gives out, and then try and inherit what she can of the Truth Social stuff. But truth, if he hasn't cashed out the Truth Social stock, that's going to be worthless. The minute he sells, that stock is going to be worthless.
Yes.
The minute he dies, that stock is going to be worthless. If he has like a major stroke and he's not verbal and he can't communicate, that company dies. Plain and simple.
Yes. Yeah. I think that she's reviewing her finances and is deciding, yeah, what is she going to do? Does she have enough? And can she bleed him for a little more?
Right.
But he still has, I mean, he just lost the case again against Eugene Carroll, where he has to pay up. So, he might have, yeah, he might have billions on paper, but I don't know. I don't know. Um, it'll be interesting to see what she's going to do. But whatever it is, she's looking out for herself. She
Yeah.
doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't give a hoot about him. Yeah.
Artist Liz has some interesting information. Breaking: China just issued a 100% ban on precious mineral exports to the United States, effective immediately. Precious metals are used for military equipment, cars, anything that uses computer chips, smart products, etc. There you go.
Uh-huh. Well, now. Well, now.
Things are about to get way more expensive.
Yeah. Well, yes. And he did come out recently, and he said that, you know what, there could be a depression. It might be a little tough for a while. There could be a depression, but you know what? It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay.
For him, for
Yeah.
Elon, they'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. And he's also talked about that. Well, he can't really do too much in terms of controlling prices, and there's a lot of things that are go into it. All of a sudden, it's like the light bulb went off, and he can see what the future is. But I don't know that he's going to be able to push that past his supporters. He made a lot of promises to them.
Mhm. And we should never let them forget
No.
that they voted for those price of eggs and gas, and we should remind them at every turn
Yes.
how much eggs are costing and gas costs them,
Yes.
because that was apparently the kitchen table issue that they want, was driving to the store to pick up a dozen eggs
Yes.
and driving back, and it better not cost more than $3 for the eggs and $1 for the gas.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. No, I think I have a feeling that it's we don't necessarily need to worry too much about um, how we're going to take him out. I think it's his own folks that are going to say, no, no, this is not. That's not what you promised. That's not what
Yeah,
you said, right? So, oh, yeah. I start off with the devil. Okay, yeah, there's the devil, King of Swords. You lied. You
yeah,
lied. And you I voted for you because you told me that things are going to be okay. You were going to fix this, and this was all Biden's fault and whatnot. You lied. And I think that they're oh, Two of Swords making a decision. Um, the the magician having what they need at their disposal to be able to go. I really do think that um, when they start turning against him, it's not going to be in small little waves. I think it's going to be, yeah. Well, maybe he better find a place that he can hide.
yeah,
Yeah, because yeah, one of the other things that um, he said, and I think it was someone on, I want to say MSNBC, but don't quote me on that. It could have been on another channel, who was trying to read a comment that he had made. He was being interviewed about at Time Magazine about being Man of the Year, um, and someone had asked him about the January 6th. Is he going to pardon the insurrectionists and so on? And she was trying to read his comment, and she got to a point that she said, the syntax here doesn't make any sense. I can't read this.
yeah,
It's because it was all over the place. Well, I'm going to be looking at it case by case. And, some people were treated really roughly, but yeah, no, I will. I'll look at it and so on. Well, a lot of folks have come out and said, oh, no, you don't. You're not going to pardon anyone because these are bad people that you're going to be putting back out in society.
hmm
And, there's a lot of us that don't want that. And I think that some of it is coming from, yeah, from his own supporters who are saying, no way, no how. Like, so anyway, yeah, I don't, I don't think that any of that is going to work for him. But maybe let's toss a few and say, okay, um, is Mega starting to see that they have been hoodwinked?
They're in
I
the
was
find out
curious.
portion. It is fun to
Yes,
see the TikToks, the FAFO TikToks, as the union guys that voted for Trump, and then he
yes,
kills the U.S. Steel contract that they thought for sure he was going to okay the sale of that to
yes.
Japan. And the folks that didn't get their Christmas bonuses because these tariffs are coming in, and their company's like, nope, we're using your Christmas bonus money to load up on product while before the tariffs kick in. You
Yes.
know, sucks to be you. Nothing's guaranteed. MAGA, how are they finding out here? King of Cups, Four of Coins. They're going to be big up in their feels. What a what a conundrum for them. You know, they're angry. They're always angry. They're always
Yes.
just raging emotions. And but when it comes to Trump, they try to keep their rage inside because to let your rage outside would show that maybe you were wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, they're really disappointed with what he promised and what he's delivering. It's like, this isn't what you promised us.
Yes.
And they're losing money. You know, they're going to lose money over this. They were looking forward to this new Trump presidency, and the ball's starting to roll with it. And I think they are starting to understand what's going on. They were told everything was going to be fantastic. Get Trump in there. He's going to go in there. He's going to steamroll China. Transportation's going to be inexpensive. Get rid of the migrants. Everything's going to be wonderful again. That's what they were promised. The chariot, the world card, happiness. But what they're finding out is that this happiness comes at a price, and they're the price.
Yes.
It's not. It's going to be happiness for the Elon Musks of the world. Here's the next card on the top. They're the ones who are going to be suffering. They're the peasants. They think that because they voted for the king that they aren't the peasants, but they're the peasants.
Exactly.
As are we. It's just that we saw what it was. They didn't, and
okay. So, I may need you to help me interpret this, but
okay.
I start off with the chariot.
Okay.
Okay. It is crossed with the Ten of Wands.
Yeah. You think?
Yeah. The Tower. The Emperor.
Who to blame?
And the Page of Wands. I am looking at this as they are absolutely they're coming to that point where they're looking at each other going, well, shit, now what?
Yeah, and this is kind of the what they're seeing with Laura Loomer and Elon and Donald. When Elon and Vivek Ramaswamy are saying we need the H1B visas, and Laura Loomer's like, wait a minute, that's not what we wanted. We wanted less immigrants, not more. And it's kind of that salvo for MAGA that are like, yeah, wait a minute. Trump said they were going to get rid of people, but now he's talking about bringing people in.
Yeah.
And they're going to start looking at Laura Loomer like, but Laura Loomer's on our side, and she's calling this out, and I'm kind of on board with her because that's not what we were promised.
Yes.
And it's Dr. Frankenstein is losing control of the monster.
Yes.
And this is there might be some band-aids that they put on there to try and get control of the monster again. But right now they're losing control of the monster.
Very much so. Because there is, the what most of the people that voted for him was get rid of the immigrants, get rid of the illegals and all that.
Have you heard the stories that the farmers like in California are saying, please don't get rid of the immigrants. We need them to maintain our farms.
Yes.
Duh, you stupid. Of course they'd.
Yeah. You can't. Yeah, you can't have it both ways. You can't expect that the average American is going to go out in the field And
Ooh,
and yeah, pick the fruit, pick the vegetables, whatnot. Are you kidding me?
yeah.
Not for the amount of money that they are paying the migrants or whatnot. Um, yeah, that's it's not going to work. So yeah, you're going to have very lovely fruit and veg and whatnot that is just going to be rotting where
Running in the fields.
yeah,
I suspect that what farmers will try to do to get around this is the come down and you pick your vegetables and you pick your strawberries and we will
yes,
charge you a very cut rate price for
yes,
doing that because otherwise they make no money. So if
yeah,
they, if you get people to go down there and pick it themselves and they can weigh it and get something of a return for it, they'll go that way. But that's what they're left with. They don't have anything other than that.
no, no,
Dipshits.
yeah, totally. And this H-1B visa that is nothing but a rubber stamp on slavery.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, nothing more than that. Is yes, we're going to bring in all the quote unquote educated people, because as according to Elon Musk, the average American is too stupid. They're too retarded to be able to be trained to do those jobs. You've been saying forever we've got to get rid of the illegals, but now you're going to bring in illegals. Why is that? So that you can use and abuse them, so that you can hold that visa over top of them and say, what do you mean you're looking for 5 cent an hour raise? Yeah.
Elon's already done it. He did it when he bought Twitter.
Hmm.
A bunch of people quit, but the ones who couldn't quit were the H-1B visas, and they were basically became slave labor to him,
Yes.
and that's why he loves them because he has them over a barrel. You pay them
Yes.
less, they work more hours, or they
Yes.
get deported.
Yeah, exactly. uh, yes, yeah, and bird flu is yeah, bird flu is definitely going to affect the price of eggs. Hello. So yeah, be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
Yeah, be careful what you wish for, and don't forget, yeah, who it was that you voted for, and if you ever forget, just ask us. We'll be more than glad to tell you.
Yeah,
You
we
know.
will happily remind you.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Ah, well, there we go. You know what? We are just over an hour. And thank you so much, David, for spending your New Year's Eve here with me. Poor me.
Where's the rest of your family? Are they hiding?
Yes. Yeah, they are. Um, so yeah, for those of you that joined us, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you found it enjoyable. Hope that you learned something and take it from there. Um, I will be very soon. I'll be joining Ali on her channel where we're going to bring in the new year.
Right on.
So, yeah, we'll see how that goes, but I'm looking forward to it. So anyway, thank you to all of you. Thank you, David.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. Don't forget, folks, like, share, and subscribe to my channel and to David's channels. And we will see you in 2 weeks' time, which is going to be on January 14th.
Maybe we'll
Oh,
have
by
a
the
guest
way,
speaker.
what shall we read about?
Oh God, you can only hope that all hell has broken loose by that point.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. So happy New Year to all of you. And yeah, we will see you in the new year. Take
Yes.
care, all.
Thank you,
Bye.
everyone.